Hello everyone and welcome for a new video. I would like to apologize before we even start for delaying so much between the last video and this one, but I have been rather sick and unfortunately I was not even able to speak correctly and in an understandable way for how bad my throat was. If you follow me on Twitter, I described it as being a zombie. So we'll come back with this video, and it's going to be a talk about a testing race simulation, and we're going to compare the Mercedes from the Ferrari. We must know before we start the total amount of laps covered by each of the drivers in these testing race simulation testing is a tiny bit different. There's about 5 to 6 laps difference in total, and it's being done at different times of the day, so conditions are not necessarily the same. But all 4 drivers, the Mercedes and the Ferrari drivers, they started on softs. The Mercedes did 8 laps, the Ferrari 7. The fastest at that stage on average was Rosberg with a 1:29.5, followed by Vettel a 1:30.0, Raikkonen a 1:30.2, and then Hamilton on a 1:30.5. But then we move on to the second stint. All drivers moved to medium tyres. It is a bit complicated because Raikkonen did 16 laps, whereas Hamilton did 24. So Raikkonen was on average the fastest, but with the least amount of laps, on a 1:29.6. The second fastest on average was Nico Rosberg, a 1:30.3. He did 80 laps. Vettel was 3/10 slower on average with 22 laps, and Hamilton another 3 with 24 laps. We now move to the third stint, which is quite the opposite. Hamilton did the least laps and Raikkonen the most. Hamilton did 15, Raikkonen 25. The fastest in this case, this one was very close, with both Ferraris doing 29.2 on average and both Mercedes 29.3. As we move now to the final stint, Raikkonen took on the hard tyres, whereas Vettel, Rosberg and Hamilton stayed on the medium tyres. The fastest was Hamilton. He did 19 laps, as did Rosberg and Vettel. He did 19 laps, and on average he had 1:27.2, followed by Nico Rosberg's 1:28.0, Vettel's 1:28.3, and Raikkonen on the hard compound tyres 1:28.9 on average. If we do roll the numbers though, the final scores are Hamilton did 66 laps, Rosberg 65, Vettel 69, and Raikkonen 65 like Rosberg as well. But on average, the overall lap time average was in order: Lewis Hamilton 1:28.98, which was basically 1:29. Rosberg 1:29.22, Raikkonen 1:29.32, Vettel 1:29.47. So there's not even half a second between the 4 drivers. And we don't know, because maybe one of the 2 teams has kept something. Well, for sure, I'm sure they both kept something. The thing is, how much did each of the teams hide to some extent? But this is something that can bring a lot of excitement for F1 fans and Ferrari fans especially, because they're there. 2016 could be a very tight season. Rosberg said it as well. He said, we don't know how much Ferrari closed the gap, and he even mentions an eventual overtake of Ferrari being faster. He said we still can't say that much. Yes, we have the numbers, yes we have the lap times, yes we have the race simulations, but how much have they kept as some kind of secret? Because if we do have a look again, the slower lap times for the drivers were on the soft compounds. I mean, Hamilton did a 130.5 on average on the soft compounds, and he ended in a 127.2 with mediums. Rosberg did a 129.5 on softs and ended on a 128.0. Vettel same 130, 128.3. Raikkonen 130, 128.9. And Raikkonen is even worse because it's from soft to hard. Raikkonen went faster when you moved from soft to medium, and then went even faster when you moved from medium to hard compound tyres. So this tells us a lot about how much they have eventually kept behind or hidden as a secret. So yeah, this concludes my little video today. Hopefully I will be able to do a lot more. I do though have a lot to catch up with school after 2 weeks missing, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best to bring as much content as I possibly can before the season starts, and then covering the season as well. So I thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and share the video if you liked it, and I'll see you again next time.
Innocent